I am here with what my kids are getting in their backpacks for their back to school gifts. I do like to do back to school gifts for them. It just kind of gets them excited for what's to come for the new school year. So this will be Alden's first year of school. So this will be the first time that he gets like a backpack and gifts in it. Now everything that I have does have a purpose for it. It's not like I'm just going out buying toys and sticking it and being like, there you go, happy, new school year. Like, no, everything that they are getting will have a purpose for school one way or another. So this side over here, this is Liam's gifts. The middle here is both of their gifts. So this is stuff that I will be able to split, and he will get half and then he will get half. And then this over here is Alden's gifts. So let me go ahead and show you what they're each getting. So first thing that they are getting is Liam did get a new backpack this year. I just got it from Dollar Tree. He didn't need anything really big, anything expensive. We do co-op twice a month, and it's an all-day thing. So they do need to take backpacks for their homework and things like that. So he did get a new backpack there. Next thing that he got was a new lunchbox. His lunchbox from last year is kind of small, so I went ahead and upgraded him to a bigger one. This is not new. This is used. I did get it at a garage sale a few days ago. So he's gonna get a new lunchbox there. So with the lunchbox, he is going to be getting a new thermos. I did need a new thermos. I cannot find any of the ones that I've purchased in the past for him. So I went ahead and purchased this thermos. I actually purchased the thermos back when Amazon was having their Prime deals. I think I paid like $10 for it. But yeah, it's just like a Sonic the Hedgehog thermos. So I went ahead and picked, and I think if I'm not mistaken, I think this is like 10 ounces. I think you can put like crackers and stuff in there if you want. But yeah, I think it's 10 ounces if I'm not mistaken. So this is going to go inside his lunchbox. The lunchbox is then going to go inside his backpack. Next thing he's going to get is bath bombs. Both of my boys still really like to take bath bombs. Technically, these are shower steamers that I found from Target in their dollar spot, but I'm just gonna go ahead and basically throw them in there like a bath bomb. They don't really care for shower steamers. So I got 2 of these for each of the boys. I picked up for my oldest, my 7-year-old, is this pencil case. I actually found this pencil case on clearance at Walmart. They've already put all of the school supplies, see, $3 on clearance. They've already put all of the school supplies on clearance at my Walmart, and he did need a pencil case to go with his backpack. So I found this for $3, so I went ahead and picked it up, and I'm just gonna go ahead and put a few pencils and colored pencils in here that he can take to co-op with him. So it's just Mario there. So it's not a big pencil box, but it is enough for a couple of pencils and some colored pencils. This puzzle. Now the reason why he is getting this puzzle is because we are going to be doing an ocean units study this year. So this puzzle is just a way to kind of introduce him, hey, an ocean unit study is what we're going to be doing this year, and it's also something fun that my son really enjoys doing. He really likes doing puzzles, so I'm going to go ahead and put this in his backpack as the gift to introduce the unit study for this year. Next thing that he's going to get is he's going to get these Hello Neighbor books. So if you don't know what Hello Neighbor is a video game. Now I'm going to be completely honest and say that Hello Neighbor, the video game, may not be for everybody. Some of the people might not entirely like the storyline of this video game, so I do recommend you doing your research on the video game before going out and purchasing it. But my son, we did purchase the Hello Neighbor video game for him last year, I think it was, and he enjoyed the Hello Neighbor video game. That we actually went out and purchased him more video games, and we purchased add-ons for him. So when I found out that they actually had chapter books, I thought it would be a good idea that maybe this year we read the chapter books as part of his reading. So I picked, there's a total of 5 books if I'm not mistaken, but I went ahead and picked up 3 because they are really long chapter books, so I don't necessarily know if we will be able to get through all 6, 5, whatever it is through of them, but I figured 3 is probably enough, and if we can't get through the rest, I will just pick up the rest for next year. But so the first one is Hello Neighbor Missing Pieces. The second one is Hello Neighbor Walking Nightmare. And then the third one is Hello Neighbor Buried Secrets. So, like I said, this may not be entirely for everyone. Me and my husband, we really enjoyed the game, and so did my oldest. So I know he's going to be so excited to find out that we are going to be reading the Hello Neighbor chapter books. These chapter books are a little bit on the older side, so I will be the one reading to him while he listens. That is it for my oldest son for his own gifts. So let's move on to the middle here. That's going to be split into both of the kids. So the first thing that I picked up was this Play-Doh set. I picked it up at IKEA not too long ago, and so they're each going to get 3, I think. Yeah, there's 6 in there, so each of them are going to get 3, and this is going to stay here in our homeschool classroom for them to be able to play with. We currently do not have any Play-Doh right now, so I figured, you know, it'd be something good to add back into the homeschool classroom, and so they'll each get 3. So I will take them out of the box, I will split them up and put them in their backpack as part of their gift. Also in the Walmart clearance aisle, I saw these king size Kit Kats, and I went ahead and picked up one because my oldest son does not really like sweets, so this king size might actually be too much for him, but I only picked up one. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stick it in my oldest son lunchbox on his first day of co-op as his dessert, and then my youngest does go to co-op. We because co-op is not in our city, we have to travel to this co-op. We actually stay in the co-op area in the hallway. And so when it is lunchtime, my youngest and I do go into lunch with my oldest. So he does have his own lunchbox as well. So I just figured once it's lunchtime, I will open it, and then each of them will just get one. So they will each get one of these. And to kind of go with that, I found these little bites. Now, so these little bites and then these Pringles, now a lot of you are probably thinking like there's nothing really special about that. And you're right, essentially there really is nothing special about this. However, these little bites and these Pringles are not a need in my household. They are a want. So I very rarely buy things like this. I tend to stick more when I'm like purchasing snacks, I tend to stick more to like applesauce and fruits and raisins, like things like that. One, because my oldest just really he's not really into the sugary stuff. He's really not. My oldest one is definitely more into fruits and vegetables. So it's almost like a waste of money for me to be purchasing these throughout every grocery haul that every grocery day that I have to go to the store. It's almost just a waste of money because these will sit there for the longest time, or my youngest will eat the whole thing in one sitting. So these two things in our house are not a need, they are a want. But because they are not a need and more of a want, I did decide to splurge a little bit, so I picked up these two. So these two were actually on clearance. There must have been like a pallet or something that possibly like damaged some of the boxes, because they had a whole cart full of just these out of the box for 25 cents, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So I went ahead and picked up two that I will stick in one of their co-op lunch boxes for one of the days that we go. And then I also picked up this thing of Pringles that will also be strictly for their co-op lunch boxes. So it will just get divided evenly. Okay, so now we are moving on to my youngest, which is, he will be 3. Oh, sorry, he is 3. He is 3 and he will start homeschooling this year. So first things first, the backpack. So that backpack was actually my oldest son backpack that he's been using for the past like 2 years for co-op. However, it is Paw Patrol. So I decided that it was time to upgrade my oldest, and then I'm gonna hand this backpack down to my youngest. Again, my youngest does not need a backpack. My youngest is too young for co-op, so there really is no need for my youngest to have a backpack. However, I know he's going to want to carry a backpack for co-op. He's going to see his brother carrying his lunchbox and his backpack, and he's going to want to do the exact same thing. So I just went ahead and passed the backpack down to my youngest. And to go with the backpack is I actually got this lunchbox, and this was also not new. This is actually a used lunchbox. This was from one of the co-op moms that had posted in our group to say that she didn't need this anymore and if anybody wanted it, and I was like, oh, I'll take it. So she gave it to me for free. I figured it was my youngest one loves Paw Patrol, so I figured it would go very well with his backpack since he is going to want to be carrying a backpack and lunch. Just like my oldest, he will get some quote-unquote bath bombs, aka shower steamers. But yeah, so he's gonna get some of those as well. I found these at IKEA for like $1.49, I think. And so my youngest will need spoons to go with his lunchbox. My oldest does not use these kind of spoons anymore. He does use the adult spoons, but so I went ahead and picked some of these spoons up that I will put in my youngest lunchbox as well. I picked up this kinetic sand for my youngest, and the reason why I picked this up was this is more of when I am teaching my oldest, when I have class with my oldest, this will keep my youngest entertained for a little bit. My youngest really likes playing with kinetic sand, and we were all out of kinetic sand, so I went ahead and picked up a bag of kinetic sand that he can play with while I'm teaching the oldest and keep himself entertained. I picked up this like Pop-It game console. My youngest really does love playing with these Pop-Its, so I figured it might be a good idea if I bought him a game console where he can play a few games with it. I picked this off of Amazon, and so this is just another way to kind of keep himself entertained as I'm doing school with my oldest when I'm not doing school with him. So picked up this Pop-It for him. And I also picked up some bandages. Bandages are just like a staple in my household. They disappear just as fast as I purchased them. So my youngest one really does like putting on bandages. Whenever there's an ouchie, he will run and find a bandage, even if it's like nothing at all, but whatever. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick some Batman band-aids in his gift. Then last but not least, for Alden's backpack and back to school book, I picked him up this JJ the Jet Plane, and there is 7 stories in one, so it's not just one, there's multiple stories in here. But my youngest, Alden, really loves JJ the Jet Plane books, the board books, and so for the longest time he's been asking me to purchase him more JJ books. So I went on Amazon and I found this. It does say $2 right there, but I actually paid I think $4.99 on Amazon for it. But it was one of those where it was you bought it off of Amazon, but it was shipped from a third party, so that's why it has the $2 on there, but it was purchased through Amazon. But yeah, that is everything that I got for the boys. So that is everything that's gonna go in their back to school gifts. Like I said, I do this every year for them, and everything has a purpose. Everything is related to homeschool one way or another. I mean, really the only thing that's not really related to homeschool would be the bath bombs and the bandages there, but they were $1 each, so I figured that'd be a cute little gift idea to put in with their gifts. But I have purchased a sweater for Liam because this is the first year that I'm doing it for Alden. But in the past, I have purchased like some clothing item, you know, for back to school, or even like some new tennis shoes that he didn't know that about, and I would like stick them in his backpack. So that's also something you could do, a sweatshirt, a new shirt of some sort or whatever. But yeah, if you guys do any back to school gifts, I would really love to maybe possibly get some more gift ideas. But thank you so much for tuning into my channel, and until next time, bye bye.